Hello nerds, I'm gonna do a new type of video which is about all the stuff I bring home from my visits to thrift shops and yard sales and stuff. So I really like toys and I bring home a lot, maybe more than is necessary, but all of these inspire or make me happy in some way. And the goal of this video is to just show them to you and tell what I get out of it. And the first thing we see right here is these two really beautiful Speed Racer cars. And I already showed these on Twitter. People seem to like them. And they just look like a nice duo of really cool cars. Oh, he's taking away the beer can for skill. Yeah, they look really cool, but there is a catch. So, this is the Mach 6, this is the Mach 5. They really look like something you would display nicely on a shelf or, in a room or... but here's the problem. I did a little research, and this one is from the year 2000, from Resaurus, and this one is from 2008 from Mattel. And the interesting thing is that the movie, Speed Racer movie, was from 2008. So this is 8 years prior to the movie. This is from the anime, and this one is from the movie. And I looked at the seats, and there's a really troublesome thing, is that this seat here is really small compared to this seat. So they're actually not only from different types of, they're not only from different media, like this is the anime, this is the movie, but they're also from different manufacturers, and they are also different scale. And that really bugs me somehow. So I'm gonna get rid of one of these, and I'm not sure which one. This one has some amazing features, which really makes him irresistible somehow. Not sure how to do this on camera, and I'm not sure I'm capturing it, but if you pull the spoiler, a whole arsenal of weapons reveals itself, and it is really interesting to see. And what appealed to me about these Speed Racer toys is that they are, especially this one, they are on that, they're like a cross diagram of Burajo models and Mask toys. So there's a lot of functionality in them, but they also look amazing just the way you are, just the way they are. Anyway, I'm gonna get rid of one of these two, or maybe even both. But yeah, that's the thing. Another thing I wanted to show you, and I showed this on Twitter as well, is that there's some yellowing here, which I'm gonna talk about a little. It bugs me a bit, but anyway, the yellow on this car is something called, and I'm not sure what the English word is, but I think it's bromine or bromine, and that is stuff they put in plastic to make it kind of bendable and usable. So over time, and I think heating, so like direct exposure to sunlight, speeds up the process of the bromine in the plastic turning yellow or going to the surface. And there are ways to clean it with peroxide or peroxide or chloride or bleach basically. So that's the thing. Maybe I'm gonna try that. What's interesting is that yellow plastic or white plastic turns yellow, and it looks kind of weird and messed up and like faded. I mean, that's fine, but I'm gonna talk more about this guy later. Well, actually, I might talk about him now. On gray plastic, it just looks fantastic. It has like this kind of golden bronze. Well, I'm not a chemist, so I shouldn't throw metal terms around. But yeah, this one is, tanned in exactly the same way the Speed Racer cars do, but it just looks so cool. You know, there's a yellow hue or a yellow, you know, color on this thing, and it looks really cool on gray plastic, which is a personal opinion though. So this is the next toy I want to talk about. This is, he doesn't fit in the screen. He's too big compared to this, you know, beer can. He's kind of, I'm gonna put him down. But this is Bron, and Bron is a toy from Galoob. I think it was a one-shot. I don't think it did a lot more, but well, the reason I got him is because of these extremely cool glasses. You see that? Kind of like that Terminator I'll be back vibe going on. He even has his own belt with, you know, orbs or weapons or something. And he has, which I like a lot, a massive ram hand used for, you know, special ramming action. And it's a very fun toy. And it's huge, so that's really appealing to me. It's just, I mean, it gets bigger. That's something nice. There's a whole lot of stuff missing from this. I'm just gonna adjust the camera. This is atrocious. There you go. Just, yeah, finally some justice to this guy. There is a whole lot of accessories missing. Basically, it pumps bullets. So there's some air holes in the back, which you can use to pump. You mean the yellow really shows. You see that? It's almost like a golden robot, which is cool, right? So this thing was $5. It's a little heavy. It's a little bit much, but I really like him. I love big robots, so there's one thing. I'm gonna put him away. Let's see what's next. Just gonna chuck away this mask dude. I found a Voltron skull tank. Very self-explanatory name. It's a skull. It's also a tank. I thought this was from Masters of the Universe. It's not. It's from Voltron. It's from 1984. It's my birth year, so that's interesting. I just got him because there's something, I mean, it's an official toy, but it just, I'm gonna adjust the camera again. It just looks like a bootleg, right? It just looks like a meeting gone right. Let's just put it at that. Like, let's make a tank. Let's put a skull in it. Say no more. 1 or 2 guns. Give him 2. Oops, video kind of quit. Anyway, it looks like a meeting gone right. You know, a skull on a tank. 2 guns is better than 1 gun. That's it. And the plastic is really, you know, this is from the 80s, and the plastic is really, you know, intact, especially compared to the Speed Racers I just shown. That's really cool. Here's a thing that really, I love this. It's just a very nice interior user, you know, computer interface, and I'm gonna make a toy that has, you know, a really cool interior as well. One day. I mean, I got a lot of projects to go still. So yeah, that was the skull tank. And alright, so what shall we do next? Well, Skylanders. I am really into Skylanders now. So this is I think this is one of the first one. I haven't really looked up the, you know, the history and the, you know, all the details about Skylanders yet. But what I really love about Skylanders is that, well, first of all, I started paying real attention when I collected a lot of Disney Infinity because they look really cool and consistently aesthetic, especially compared to Funko Pops and stuff. But you know, at one moment, Infinity shut down, and it just dawned on me that, you know, even after the Lego figures started doing as well either, Skylanders kind of beat, and Disney and Lego at this stuff, which is really interesting. And well, what I really like about them is that these are all OC, so there's all original content. So if you Infinity is like your favorite Star Wars character or your favorite, what do you say? So like your favorite Back to the Future was in the Lego stuff or Ghostbusters, but all of these, and I think it's kind of interesting. They're all from Spyro or like from the spin-off. Like let's call Skylanders a spin-off right now. They're all from the same universe, which is not related to anything Disney or anything. It's just 100% itself. So these characters are all, fresh in a way. And some of them, they all have like a theme because they all look like maniacs. They all have these popping eyeballs. Same with this guy. Like, I'm so happy to have found this bottle. And then there's this really trigger happy dude. And then there's this one seems a bit more angry, but I just really like the designs of these, and because they're just so small. And whatever I do, whenever I get a new one, I always try to find out which part is plastic and which part is painted plastic. So this gun is just, I think this is painted plastic. This gold right here is painted. But this thing is the yellow fur, and the white stuff is painted on. And then I think the eyeballs, so always check the eyeballs. The eyeballs are painted as well, so it's not, these didn't pop in. You can even see some paint residue on the mouth here. Really interesting. This is my favorite. So I always try to figure out which is plastic, which is painted plastic. And because it costs money to do it not the exact right way to make. So whenever they make these things, they also look at what looks the best, but it's also always a compromise between what looks good and what is efficient to produce. So they could have done all kinds of different plastic and very paint finishes and just really cool effects. But this is probably the best thing you could get out of something that's really good to make, really cheap to make, and also just really good looking. So in that sense, these figures are really inspiring. And yeah, that's just what I wanted to say. This one is from a later series, and I noticed a trend with Imaginators. I haven't really figured it out everything yet. I haven't really completely researched it yet. But I think they're getting huge. And I'm not sure why that is, but I think that, when you make a toy line, you have to, especially big, commercial toy lines, you always have to refresh and always come up with new ideas and stuff. And in a way, you just have to top whatever you did before. And I think, like these swap fours, that the trick was that they could swap and mix and match with others. And with this, I just think it was like, well, let's just make them huge, just compared to the other ones, let's just make them really impressive. And that's what they are. This one I bought, well, I'm gonna buy them all. I'm gonna buy all the Skylanders, but this one I really like because of the color purple. I can never resist a good purple. It's just that simple. And speaking of purples that I spotted this guy. And this is also like a kind of blue purple. This is Greninja. He's a frog Pokemon, which, a lot of nerds out there, a lot of Nintendo nerds are going to be really angry I didn't name it right. But I think it's a frog Pokemon or a Scarfymon. I'm not sure. But, yeah, he looks so slick. He looks cool. So, why did I get this again? Oh, because it's an amiibo and they're expensive. Also, I can never resist a good orange. It's only the most beautiful color in the world. This guy I had as a kid, and I found it again in this Mask Raven. So I think a lot of 30-plus-year-olds remember Mosk. It's a toy line that I personally really appreciate, but also on the same time, how can I say this nicely? Well, I really like the cars because they're 80s cars. They just look slick, but they also transform weirdly. So the gimmick of Mosk was that it was just vehicles that turned into vehicles on crack, basically. It wasn't really exactly Transformers. It wasn't really G.I. Joe-ish. So there was figures and vehicles, but the vehicles, they had features. So there was like, let's take a look. Well, the rockets are gone. So if I press this, nothing happens. But it does. This is weird. The wheels just. It just turns around, and then this happens. And you can do this. You can kind of look at the Back to the Future mode. Then you can pop out the wings. Wings are the doors, which are then wings. And then you can press this, and the spoiler. And yeah, well, that's it. That's it. I just really like these because, again, the interior here. Look at that. It's a really cool visor. And it's like a black sports car, which is always cool. But yeah, I'm not sure. I just like, whenever I see Mosk, I just get it because they're cool toys. But for me, they never completely scratched the edge. But this paint job though, that is slick. It's cool. It's cool looking. Yeah, it is cool looking. That's why I got it. Also, this is just Back to the Future mode, right? That's cool. Anyway, I really like Mosk figures. So the figures are really boring, but they had helmets or masks, so to speak. You can put. I don't have it here. I think it's lost already. But you can put these on the character, and then they just look cool. That's just. I never stop loving a good helmet or a good mask. The Thing, not especially the toy line. The Thing. So what's left? Let's see. I found this one. It's like the He-Man mode, angry mode, happy mode. But let's take a look. So we got this. This is the Thundermore for skill. You can buy these at my store. Quick plug. And this is one of the big ones. This is Nebulon. I'm gonna put the camera up a little bit to show Nebulon in all its cybernetic glory. This is a toy from, well, I'm not sure anymore. I think it's early 90s or late 90s. It looks 80s, but it's not. So yeah, why did I get this? Well, I love a good package. The seller had two of these. One of them was out of the package and white with blue. I didn't like that combo. And this one is purple with teal or mint, which are the coolest colors ever. It's very Decepticon-like. And, well, for Toppy Noppy, I am designing a lot of 90s packages, and this one is this is just pure inspirational nitro. Just gotta take a look at all of this text. Like if you look at this, this looks slick, and then the back is kind of disappointing. It's just a white big sheet. So there's something I can remember. Don't do that. The interesting is like this text is magical. Neutron laser firing range of 500 meters, mega sensitizers with magnetic imaging vision, pistol destruction force of 400 megatrons of power. Huh? Remember that. So, try me, it says. And this is just the purple to the blue. This is everything I want to achieve when making a package. So that's very cool. I tried to open it yesterday, but the paper is warped. The carton is warped. It's gonna be hard. And actually, maybe that's just for the best. It looks really cool out of the box. I've looked into the documentation about this stuff. Online, there's not a whole lot about them. other than one very small YouTube video where you see one of these walking around in like on a floor. And this guy has an amazing strut. He like his walk is one of the coolest ever. So there's a thing to remember. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with this. It looks cool in the package. I'm just gonna soak it all up. All the Nebulonic superpowers, all the thundering sounds and echo footsteps. Oh, this is so cool. Crash! Try me! Electric sound. Yeah, this is cool. I'm really digging this. This was a good find. Yeah. So then there is this one, and this is a mobile suit. It's not a Gundam. It's a mobile suit. There's a difference, and nerds will tell you. But you know, I saw this and I thought, oh, that's cool. This is actually 2000s or 1999. This is later than I expected, and I think this is right between the moment they did airbrushing, you know, the old school 90s and 80s airbrushing, and like the new CGI packaging. But this is like, this is just like from the anime or whatever. I'm not an expert, but this is a really, and that's what I like about it, simplistic color. Again, he's orange. I really like those colors. He's orange and he's a dark blue, and he just looks so, that's a good thing, he looks basic, right? He just looks like a basic stock kind of simpleton character, and I really like those elementary shapes. He folds up into a thing. It's just, there's no extras on this guy. There's no, you know, no niff-naffs, no nothing. And I love that. Simple dude, you know, purple with dark blue, always gets me. I don't know, it's just, he looks cool. So there's a thing. And of course I also got it because of the super cool, and I love manuals now. So it's a very simple fold-up manual. This is one of the most, you know, the easier model kits. My stuff is easier than this, but it just looks cool, and I kind of like, see what they did here. They could have done, you know, product photos with all blue backgrounds. They just mixed it up, green with blue. You know, some could say it looks inconsistent. I think it looks nice that it mixes it up a bit. And you know, there's a sticker here. I tried to get this out, but it's not, you know, there's additional info printed on the back of the box, inside the box. And that's just really cool. I really like that. Maybe it was supposed to be printed outside of the box. I'm not sure. I don't think so. But there's something to remember, you know. Put it on the inside. Yeah, I think that was it for now. That's all the stuff I found. More than I thought, really. And doing these videos is harder than I thought. So this is the Furthermore. I know you know these, but you can order these at my store. That's just the thing I want to put out there. Thank you for watching. If you made it this far, congratulations. Yeah, so, you know, any Toppy Noppy toy plans for now are getting the cat set ready, like the Cats on Stuff papercraft set is going really well, and preparing a mini version of this Furthermore. And yeah, that's all for now. So thank you for watching, you know, just for sticking with me, and I hope to show you more stuff soon. So thanks again. Yeah, this gets sold, and I will see you around the corner. Bye bye.